Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.
And getting in their feelings and suing people over a diss. We dissed each other. Me and Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg dissed each other, and other rappers, Real Roxanne, Shantae, everybody dissed each other. One thing off limit, the kids off limit, girlfriends off limit, mama off limit, all that. That's what y'all do.
Yo. Hey, man, listen, man, make sure you guys like, subscribe to the channel, man. Boss Talk 101. What a bosses talk, man. We're looking at a different age and time. Luke, man. Luke just chimes in, but Luke had a lot to say. I knew this was going to start happening, man, when I seen Drake pretty much file a lawsuit against Universal. And I knew it was going to be a deal. I know it was going to be a deal breaker, you know, for defamation of character, all that, especially with him he's already engaged in talkative, you know, points when it come down to hip hop against Kendrick Lamar, you know. So people, you know, this rap battle thing is serious, man. When you look at the ones who came before Drake and you look at all those battles, like Luke just said, hey, there was a time when Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre said some things about Luke that Luke could have filed defamation of character. Luke could have filed defamation of character if he didn't feel, you know, gap teeth in your mouth so my got to fit. So I understand where he come from, because it was some things that was said where there could have been some things filed. But I think it's just a different time, guys. Y'all got to get in the comments. Get in the comment. Let me know. Is this just a different time, different way that things go? You remember LL and Cannabis. You remember all these different people, Pimp C, Lil Troy. Some things that were being said on these songs, were they in violation? One thing Luke said is they did not strategize to say things against family and kids. And I think that was off limits because of the morals and integrity of the people who was doing it then. Those things are not the same anymore, you know. When it come down to these new age rappers, there's a lot of stuff being said. These new vloggers, these new personalities, these shock value people. They, like I said, they don't have everything's off the table with these guys. There is no morals and no procedure to war, as they would say. But was Luke right for stepping up, saying something against Drake, about Drake, the way he's carrying on about this situation that happened? Man, you know, like I said, it's just a different time, and the way that Drake did it, you got to understand there's a couple of things, variables that you got to look at. You see the other day, I think, you see where the guy, Paris Morgan, or the guy who interviewed and some stuff was said about Jay-Z, you know, or Beyonce or whoever. Like, people are not, this internet thing can spiral out of control. I think that's the difference. If I had to say anything to Uncle Luke, like, that's the difference. Like, what you say now can send volumes, and they can end up at your doorstep trying to accuse you of something that you may not even had nothing to do with, and then they'll come back and utilize it in the court of law. So I think that's the part where it gets tricky and it gets scary, right? That's the part where you don't know where this thing could go if it took off, and it pretty much, you know, if a fire started taking off and you fan a fire, it'll blow, and next thing you know, all the neighborhoods, everything burning down. They can't control the fire anymore. And I think that's the way the internet is flagging a lot of this stuff that's being said. And if you privy to that, and if you like, hey man, let me get ahead of this, because this ain't something that I was a part of, and I don't want nobody to be able to come back and, you know, show me in that light. But then again, also this rap battle thing, I've heard some things being said in rap battles. When it come down to it, you got to think about it. You got people like said crazy stuff on these on a lot of these rap battles, and a lot of things, a lot of people, you know, Roxanne Shantae, you know, a lot of those different people, Nas, Ether, Tupac, Ice Cube, No Vaseline. There's a lot of things that's been said that when you really look at it, like, they could have filed lawsuits a long time ago if we talking about characters and some of these things that they would. You remember that song "Hit 'Em Up" that Tupac did? That "Hit 'Em Up" was ferocious, man. You have people like Faith Evans saying, "Man, I didn't do that." And then you had people saying, yes, she did. Then you had people saying, you know, did Biggie really used to sleep on his couch and beg her to let him sleep in my house? Was this a real thing, or was this rap? What was going on? Was this just hip hop, or was this truth, or was this facts? There was always that cloud of, I don't know if it's real or not in there. So you got to understand, this is a part of hip hop in certain situations, but is it when it comes down to the way the internet is today and the way that they can take and use this stuff against you in court with these visuals and the way that things are being portrayed now? AI, there's a lot of stuff that back in the day, these guys didn't have access to. They wasn't privy to this back in the day. So I don't know. I'm kind of in between the two. Y'all got to get in the comments. Let me know. Do you agree with Drake filing charges against his own people, really? Universal, UMG, and then basically, you know, Kendrick Lamar. Is it right to do it this way? Is this something new because of the time we in? You got to let me know that, because, like I said, I've never seen it, so I tend to agree with Uncle Luke. Like, we never seen it done this way, but is this reasoning okay because of the time we in? Or is this just off the table, guys? You know what I mean? I know a lot of people are already saying he's a sore loser, Drake, lost and all that. But does his character, because you're saying he's, you know, A minor, or you saying things like pedophile and all that, is these things that could cloud who he is later on because it's amplified and in history go down that it was just not only a rap battle, but there was some truth to this? And people started picking and poking, trying to find out, was this real? You know, just a different time, man. Like I said, when I seen Uncle Luke speak on it, he ain't the only one. There's been a few people that step up and say, this ain't the way it go. I see it. It's trickling through the internet right now. I see it. People are not liking it. A lot of the old hip hop heads saying this ain't the way it go. You telling, you talking now. You going to them people on this different situation. You said things about Kendrick. That's how they saying it. But on the other hand, Drake is saying, man, I don't want my character to be looked at like that. I have kids. I have people that's looking at me. I'm not trying to let that be the reason. And also, you know, I don't like to hear me being called that. I wasn't a part of that. You know, so, but he said some things too. Both parties said some things. I mean, it could be a countersuit. It could be a lot of different things, man. Get in the comments, man. Let me know, man. Do y'all agree with Uncle Luke? Should this be a thing where this should be a situation for him to be suing for his Drake, or do you feel like it's hip hop? I don't know. Like I said, I'm trying to figure it out myself. I'm not used to it either, so I'm just trying to figure out what is it. What the heck? What is going on today? Do you see Drake winning this case? Do you see Kendrick performing this song at the Super Bowl? Is he trying to get ahead of Kendrick performing this song at the Super Bowl? He don't want that many people to see him get called this in front of everybody, man. He got to cut that part out or something. What's going on, man? Let me know, man. Do you agree with Uncle Luke? Do you think that this is going too far? And do you agree with Drake? Let me know, man. Get in the comments. Like, subscribe, man. Boss Talk 101 reviews. What a bosses talk.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.